Chris, it's Chris, the famous Manchester United European travelling warrior. Chris, can you explain it in depth? What happened when you recently went to the Ukraine to see United play? Don't mince your words here. We went the full, the ins and the outs, the hows and the whys, and the ifs and the buts. Okay. Is that B-U-T-T-S, buts?
Buts, yes.
Shakhtar Russian hookers.
Oh!
I'll try to keep that bit quiet, thanks for that.
Oh, well, and how much were they?
So I thought so.
All right. No, I've started again.
Oh, right.
Yes?
I thought it was illegal. That's a pair.
Right, go on.
Well, it started before I even got to Ukraine. My original itinerary was Glasgow to London, and then a bus from Luton to Stansted.
Yes, yes.
And then a flight to Donetsk, a flight to Donetsk. Well, the flight from Glasgow was delayed by 3.5 hours. Because the plane was beyond repair.
Oh dear.
So I'm currently in the process of trying to get some money back from EasyJet, and they're saying that the matter was beyond their reasonable control.
Ah, yeah. Watchdog.
So how a plane not working is beyond their reasonable control, no idea. Anyway,
okay.
So I got delayed by 3.5 hours. I missed my bus. I had to get a taxi to Stansted that cost me 60 quid. Flight was then delayed by half an hour. Shot met a bunch of United fans who were all wearing shorts and t-shirts. And when you realise that you're going to not far away from Siberia, and they seem to fail to grasp that. And I never saw them again, so that might explain a lot. My worry was how I was going to get to the hotel, so my plan was just to jump into a taxi.
Yes.
But I met a Ukrainian lad on the flight, the only Ukrainian I met on the whole trip who spoke English, who told me don't get a taxi, whatever you do, because the best case scenario is that they'll find out you're English and they will charge you a ridiculous amount of money. The worst case scenario is they'll just dump you in the middle of nowhere, run you blind and kill you.
Alright, right, okay.
That's, yeah, slight worry, yeah.
Okay, go on.
So he went, well don't worry, I'll just give you a taxi. I went, okay, well I haven't got any Ukrainian money on me, I've only got euros, is that okay? But yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. So we land at Donetsk, he phones a taxi, goes €5, yeah, no problem at all. Taxi shows up, and it is an official looking taxi, but the guy who gets out is 6'5", brick shithouse, shaved head, scars all over his face, looks like he just come out of the Russian gulag after a fight with fucking Mike Tyson.
Right.
And he and my Ukrainian friend speak, and they go, okay, the price is now €10. I went, well, do you know what, I don't care, I'll pay it.
Okay, €10 is still a bargain.
It then turns out that my new Ukrainian friend wasn't getting in the taxi with me, so it was just me and this guy.
Oh.
I should point out it's past midnight in Donetsk.
Okay, right.
So we get into the taxi, and the guy says to me, okay, I Roman, you I say, Chris. Chris, you English? Yes, I'm English. Oh, okay. And I thought to myself, well, at least thank God the guy speaks a little bit of English. Turns out that was the only bit of English.
All right.
So he then starts to rab it on in Russian, and the only word I can make out is hryvnia, which is their local currency.
All right.
And he keeps saying it all the time, hryvnia, and I don't have any on me. So
they just do euros in Ukraine then?
Well, this is the point. On the flight they said, yes, they do accept euros, but this guy's good on hryvnia all the time. So I'm now thinking, shit, I don't have any hryvnia, I'm now worried. So I'm now pulling out euro notes, giving it euro. Okay?
All right.
And he is getting more pissed off because he's trying to explain something to me and I'm not understanding. Eventually, what he does is he then goes into his wallet, he starts looking for his wallet.
So what's he looking for his gun?
And he's pulling out all this money while he's still driving. Swerving all over the road. He pulls out this money and starts flashing. I'm like, okay, but euro. Eventually he says, right, euro?
Yeah, euro.
McDonald's? No. Euro? Beer? No. Okay, I get the message. Right. And he's still ramming it on in Russian. I haven't got a clue what he's saying. At this stage, I'm just saying, okay. And eventually, he just goes out of nowhere, okay. And he drives, he pulls off the main street, and he goes down this little side street. We stop in front of a big building that says foreign exchange on it, but it's absolute pitch black darkness. There's no lights on, there's no cameras, there's no nothing. And he gets out of the car and he starts knocking on my door. And now I'm absolutely shitting myself at this stage, thinking I'm going to get robbed, I'm going to get sold to the sex trade, I'm going to get...
No chance of that.
Who paid for it, I don't know, but there you go. And so, I then think to myself, well, if I say no, he's just going to leave me where I
Right.
So I then say, okay, fine, I'll do it. So we go into this building, and it's literally a very, very, very grey, tiny little room, dank, dark, one flickering light bulb,
Okay.
a little table with a calculator on it, and a guy behind a bit of glass.
Right.
And the taxi driver then says to this guy, "English? You speak English?" And the guy just looks at him very blankly. So he then pushes me to this glass, and I'm like, "Can I have some money, please?" Absolutely terrified. The guy just goes, So, light for me then, cheers.
Can I have a Bacardi and Coke if that's alright? I know, Bacardi and a Coke. Bacardi Coke guy. He doesn't want anything. He's alright.
Apparently so, I'm beginning to wonder.
Right, okay, see you.
I'm not getting paid for it.
Right, so, yes, okay, so what happened next?
So I'm in a room in Donetsk with two other men, with a little glass window, absolutely terrified.
Right, okay.
So I
And then you got your Willie out. No, that didn't happen. Right, go on.
No, his name was Roman, not Willie.
Okay, right, okay.
So I then go into my wallet, I pull out my money, I've got 250 euros on me.
Ah.
I'm doing that countdown, and then Roman, my taxi driver, just takes the money off me.
Oh my God.
And that's where I'm thinking, okay, well, this is the end.
Now this is the end, yeah, you've been ripped off, alright. You've been mocked.
What he does, he then counts it, he then takes out what turns me 150 euros, gives it to the guy, gives me the other 100. Okay. And I swear to God, all that really happens is that the guy behind the glass takes the money, then just goes into a big cardboard box and just pulls out a whole load of money, just throws it at me.
Ah, right.
Now, at this stage, I'm thinking I'm probably getting ripped off, but I really don't care.
Yes.
So just get the money and just leg it.
Right.
But Roman again stops me, starts ramming in again to this guy. He then picks up the calculator and he goes, Euro, Havrina.
See when you edit this, is this going to be a case of...
What?
Don't video it, just blah, blah,
Why are you
blah.
doing that when you just gone like that into the camera twice? What is wrong with you?
It's a good story. Well, we want to know the end, right? Carry on, Chris. Go on.
So,
It's a
good story, but how did I go edit?
He's building it up here. He's building it up. It's building up. Like, the suspense is killing me.
So,
does he get back home?
What's that mean?
Is he still in the Ukraine? No, he's
am I
here.
still in the Ukraine? Well, I'm in a country that starts UK, so there you go.
Here I go.
Anyway, so...
What it means is... Oh, shut up. Adrian,
Where's Adrian?
So I've counted the money, I'm like, okay, yeah, fine.
Right.
So we walk out, we get back into the taxi, drive into the hotel. And after that, all it was that, so I said I was going to give it 10 euro. The taxi fare came to 60, whatever it was, Havrina, which is about 4 quid or something.
Oh, very good.
So I went, okay, do you want euro, do you want Havrina? I went, oh no, Havrina. So I just gave him 100 note. And he goes...
Well, massive tip, was it?
And he goes,
You didn't realise the exchange rate at this point, is that right?
no.
No, okay.
So he then gives me a bear hug. He then gives me his card, which...
And then he gave you his cock.
You'll dub that later.
You did say card, didn't you?
Card.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I don't have the card on me. I thought I did.
Okay, never mind.
And it turns out this is what they normally do, is that they want me to call him to be chauffeur. Kind of.
All right.
But it's all in Russian.
your
I haven't got a
stay.
clue what any of it says.
Okay.
He then shakes my hand, that's it. And I walk out, I go into the hotel. As soon as I check in, I'm on the website, checking the currency, and right enough, it's all fine. The irony of all of this is that if he hadn't have done what he'd done, the hotel wanted to be paid up front in Havrina, which I didn't have.
Yes.
So if he hadn't have done that, I might have just been shut down on the street.
Oh, there you go.
But at the time, I was absolutely terrified.
Do you still know what tip you gave him?
It works out about
Oh, thank you very much.
£2.
£2.
It
Oh
wasn't
my
much
God.
anyway. But so that was my first experience of Donetsk. Lovely, but don't get me wrong. Well, interesting place. Full of nice architecture. Well, it's a weird, futuristic architecture. It's got this weird 80s Soviet.
I do.
There's nothing to do there. And I would point out, I think that's the text to you anyway. It's got the worst name for a strip club in the whole world.
Oh, what was it called again?
It was called Virus.
Virus. Were you? And I said to you, I texted you back and said, "Oh, you look for a club called Antivirus."
You might as well have called it Crabs and be done with it. Do you know what I mean?
Did you look for a club called HIV Virus?
You want HIV? So that was that. The people are dodgy as fuck. You always felt like you were being watched. I keep telling the story as well. 5 hours before the game, and we're in a bar, and the pints of 7 arena, which is about 50p. It's a local piss water, but it does the job.
Yes.
An hour later, it goes up to 11. An hour later, it went up to 15. An hour later, it went up to 20. And when they were originally putting it through the till, they just got a big cardboard box, and all the money was going in there, skimming off the top. 2 each.
Oh, you bastard. Sturridge. Oh no, Suarez. Suarez, that bastard.
Oh, well.
Come on.
But the stadium is absolutely fantastic. It's actually in my top 5.
The stadium looked fantastic on the telly. It looked good.
Although it's really weird because I've got a picture up on my phone. It's got war memorials all around it, right? Which is fascinating to watch or look at. But one of them has actually got big guns and tanks and shit, and they're all pointed directly at the stadium. It's utterly bizarre. But anyway, there you go. The women are not Bonnie.
They're not.
No, they're
Are they
not.
hairy?
They are fairly hairy, fairly short, they're fairly dumpy. Sorry if you're from the Ukraine and you're watching this, but I'm reliably informed if you're remotely attractive, you get shipped off to Kiev. So there you go. So it was 4 degrees and pissing it down day of the game.
Yes, I saw that.
It was 1 degree and snowing a blizzard the day after the game.
Alright.
So fascinating place. Would I go back? Fuck that. No chance.
Thank you, Chris, for that in-depth interview of your United travels in Europe. Although is Ukraine in Europe? Is it debatable?
Geographically, no.
No.
But I guess in terms of UEFA or not, yeah.
The fact that we are playing them in the European Champions League means they are in Europe.
It's a slight clue, yeah, it's a slight clue. Send us to the Ukrainian Tourist Information Board.
That's actually not right.